So this platinum resistance thermometer consisting of four screws. So that is a C screw, and again this is another C screw. This is P screw, and this is another P screw. That means two C screws and two P screws. So this is the circuit diagram for PRT. At first, take two wires from two C screws and connect these two C screws to two knobs on either side of CL on calendar and Griffiths bridge as shown. After that, again take the connections from two P screws and again connect these two P screws to two knobs on either side of PL on the calendar and Griffiths bridge. That means four connections from PRT to four knobs on calendar and Griffiths bridge. After that, take the connections from P knob on the wooden box to positive terminal of the battery. Next, this is the Q knob, and connect this Q knob to negative terminal of the battery. Positive and negative. So two connections from calendar and Griffiths bridge to battery. And next, again connect one knob. So this is one knob. So connect this one knob to one end of the galvanometer with a connecting wire. So this is one end of the galvanometer. Next, take a connection from other end of the galvanometer and connect to G knob on calendar and Griffiths bridge. So that is the G knob. So these are the connections for PRT experiment. So four wires from PRT to calendar and Griffiths bridge, two connections to battery, and one connections to galvanometer. So at first, switch on the power supply, and at first press the jockey on the metal wire at one end. So press the jockey and observe the deflection in the galvanometer. Now it is showing deflection on the right side. Okay, next move the jockey on the other side and again press it on the metal wire. Again observe the deflection in the galvanometer, and now the galvanometer is showing a deflection in opposite side. So in the previous case it is on the right side, now it is on the left side. So at first check this procedure, and if it shows opposite deflections, then proceed for the experiment. And this is a known resistance knob consisting of different numbers, and each number corresponding to a particular value. Here 2 means this is not a 2 ohms resistance, but it consists of a particular value. And this is the first resistance, that is represented with P, and this is the other resistance represented with Q. And our platinum resistance thermometer acts as a third resistor. And this is the fourth resistor. That means we are consisting of 4 resistors. Why? Because this PRT experiment is depending on the principle of Wheatstone bridge. So these are 4 resistors in the Wheatstone bridge. Now this is the tabular form for a PRT experiment. So at first take the thermometer, ordinary thermometer, that is mercury thermometer, and note down the room temperature. So note down the room temperature by using mercury thermometer. And calculate the balancing length at this room temperature. And note down in the tabular form. So room temperature is 33 degrees centigrade, and now calculate the balancing length. So balancing length means zero deflection position. Now press the jockey at different positions on the metal wire and observe the deflections in the galvanometer. So it is showing it is showing some particular value, and again press the jockey at different positions until the galvanometer shows a value 0. Okay, at this position, so observe the galvanometer. So the deflections are decreasing, and yes, so this is the position for balancing length. So this is null deflection position. Now note down the position on the scale. So note down this position as a balancing length. So this is the scale. So it is 0, and this side is right side of the scale, and this side is left side of the scale. Okay. Here we get the null deflection point on the right side. So note down the balancing length, that is 12.3 centimeters on right side. That is very important. Next, immerse this ordinary thermometer and platinum resistance thermometer in the water bath. So immerse both in water and by using heater heat the water bath up to 90 degrees. Now place the heater in the water bath and switch on the power supply, and it takes a few minutes to reach 90 degrees centigrade. Now observe the temperature in the mercury thermometer until it reaches 90 degrees centigrade temperature. After reaching 90 degrees centigrade temperature, switch off the heater and note down the temperature in the tablet form, that is 90 degrees centigrade, and calculate the balancing length. Observe the balancing length on the metal wire by pressing that jockey at different positions. So at this position, galvanometer is showing zero deflection. So this is the corresponding balancing point. Okay. So no deflections in the galvanometer means that is the balancing point position. Okay. No